Welcome. Every day, thousands of massive airplanes touch down on runways around the world. Bringing all that weight to a smooth, controlled stop requires more than just a clear runway. Today, we explore exactly how they do it. Be sure to subscribe as we demystify the hidden machinery of flight. Early airplanes didn't have brakes at all. When they landed on grass or dirt fields, they slowed down by dragging a wooden stick, called a tail skid, through the ground to create friction until they rolled to a halt. That method worked for light aircraft, but it became obsolete as planes grew heavier and airports paved runways with concrete. Without the development of dedicated mechanical braking systems designed for paved surfaces, the expansion of modern aviation would have been physically impossible. To understand this, we look at the physics. Mechanical brakes slow an aircraft by converting kinetic energy into extreme heat through friction, created when pads squeeze a spinning wheel. These intense temperatures wear the pads down, requiring mechanics to regularly check wear indicator pins. Inside the cockpit, the pilot controls this process using the rudder pedals. Unlike a car, there is no single brake pedal on the floor. Instead, the pilot pushes the top halves of the pedals with their toes. This is known as differential braking. Pressing the left toe pedal only brakes the left wheel, while the right pedal controls the right wheel. This independent setup allows pilots to stop the plane, but it also gives them the ability to steer the aircraft while taxiing on the ground. Small, light aircraft use an independent braking system. This design functions similarly to the brakes in a standard automobile. Pushing the pedal moves a piston inside a master cylinder. This pushes hydraulic fluid to a caliper, which squeezes the brake disc. The harder the pilot pushes, the more hydraulic pressure is generated, and the tighter the disc is squeezed. Because light airplanes have relatively low mass, human leg power is enough to generate the pressure needed to bring the vehicle to a safe stop. As aircraft increase in size and weight, a single disc and human leg strength are no longer enough to manage the momentum. Commercial jets require a much more robust system. Large jets use multi-disc systems. Instead of one disc, a stack of alternating plates fixed to the wheel and axle increases the friction surface. Many use carbon fiber discs, which are lighter than steel and absorb significantly more heat to safely stop heavy aircraft. Because these disc stacks require immense force to compress, the system uses power brakes. These systems tap directly into the airplane's main high-pressure hydraulic system, rather than relying on the pilot's leg muscles. When the pilot presses the pedal, they aren't moving the fluid themselves. Instead, the pedal moves a metering valve that regulates how much of the aircraft's hydraulic pressure is sent to the brakes. On these larger aircraft, the pilot's physical effort no longer generates the pressure. Instead, their input on the pedals regulates the aircraft's existing hydraulic power to control the deceleration. Applying all that power can be risky, especially on a wet runway. If a pilot brakes too hard, the wheels can lock up and skid. This can cause a tire to blow out in seconds and make the plane difficult to steer. To prevent this, commercial jets use an anti-skid system. This is a computerized monitor designed to keep the wheels spinning even under heavy braking. The system uses speed sensors on the wheels. These sensors track how fast every tire is rotating and send that data to a central control unit. If the computer detects a wheel slowing down too quickly, which indicates a skid is about to happen, it momentarily releases the hydraulic pressure on that brake to let the wheel resume spinning. The system also includes touchdown protection. It ensures the brakes cannot engage while the plane is still in the air, preventing the tires from being locked when they first hit the runway. While pilots use other tools like reverse thrust and spoilers to help slow down, the anti-skid system is what allows the physical brakes to remain effective by maintaining traction throughout the landing roll. Aviation safety depends on backup plans. If the main hydraulic systems fail, the brakes still need a pressure source to function. This backup comes from a device called an accumulator. It is a tank holding a reserve of hydraulic fluid on one side of a flexible diaphragm, with highly pressurized nitrogen gas on the other. If the primary hydraulic pressure is lost, the compressed gas expands. This forces the reserve fluid into the brakes, giving the pilot enough pressure to stop the aircraft safely. Once the plane reaches the gate, the pilot sets the parking brake. This traps the hydraulic pressure in the wheel units, keeping the aircraft stationary without the pilot needing to hold the pedals. From the basic conversion of motion into heat to the use of carbon discs and computerized monitoring, every single part of this intricate system is specifically built to safely manage the truly enormous energy of a commercial aircraft landing. The journey from dragging a wooden skid to managing high-pressure multi-disc systems shows how critical these engineering details are to flight safety. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more looks at the technology behind aviation.